So, I became a certified running coach by the Road Runners Club of America, and I volunteer coach for this Team for Kids, and it's an unbelievable program. The three most important things I've ever done in my life is number one, marry my wife Danielle, because without her, this would have never been possible. Number two, second most important thing I ever did was joining Weight Watchers. My life is split into two parts, before Weight Watchers and with Weight Watchers. The third most important thing I've ever done is I started to run. Now, I didn't start running, I started walking. Then from walking, it progressed to jogging, and then I did my first 5K. So, when I started out, I was all by myself. I made every single mistake everything you're not supposed to do, I did. And I said to myself, how easier would have this been if I had a coach? If I had a team that I joined with and we learned together. And this is what Team for Kids is all about. Now, I volunteer coach for people wanting to run their first marathon. And this is what we do. We train as a whole group 3 to 4 months before the marathon. And then we get ready for the New York City Marathon, and what we do is we raise funds for the kids. And we teach kids, especially in the inner city in New York City, we teach them about nutrition, we organize races, and that's what we're all about. If you want more information about this, please take a flyer. It's right up here. I also have my business cards here that you can always email me if you have a question. If I can't help you, I will refer you to the person who can. And right now, remember I said I'm a bad speller? I wrote my first story, and I want to share it with you today. And this is about my first marathon day. I ran my first New York City Marathon today. 26.2 miles through all 5 boroughs of New York City. I started in Staten Island and finished at Tavern and the Green in Manhattan Central Park. My favorite part of the day, that is that moment at dawn. Just as the sun rises from the east, as I plan on what my objectives are for the upcoming day, I am proud, I am amazed, I am at peace. I am complete when I am running. The temperature was chilly at the start. What a beautiful day to be alive. My nerves were my constant companion throughout the early morning hours. Did I have a good night's sleep the day before the biggest race of my life? Of course not. The smells, the sights, there were multicolored shirts, shoes of every design, and people of every age, ability, and build. As the anticipation built, and I took my place in the starting line, along with 40,000 of my fellow runners, I just let myself get caught in the thrill of the moment. Before I knew it, my feet were running underneath me. What could I do but follow the person in front of me? Up the Verrazano Bridge, into Brooklyn, back to where I was born and raised. The comforting smell of the bakery in the neighborhood where I used to live, as I passed the first mile marker. Only 25.2 miles to go. I said to myself, I said, Vinny, I got this covered. I can do this. The camaraderie of everyone around me was amazing. Fellow runners and spectators cheering their hearts out for every single runner who passes them by. We were all just strangers, but now we were bonded together through this simple 26.2 mile race. Perhaps not so simple. What journeys had others gone through to get to this moment? Did they fight past injuries like I had? Conquer self-doubt and fear? I had lost 150 pounds to get to this moment. Does anyone even know my story? How hard I worked to get here. I then realized that all that mattered was right now I needed to run. All I said to myself was, Vinny, just breathe. Everything melted away as my feet ran in rhythm on the asphalt beneath me. The race went by so quickly. The next thing I realized, I was entering Central Park. As I rounded the corner of the very last leg of the race, I began to realize I was going to finish. Perhaps even meeting or exceeding my personal goals. All the anxiety, all the hours of training, all the sacrifice of free time became worth it. As the finish line neared, it motivated me to kick it into high gear. Did I have enough left in me? All I kept saying to myself was, Vinny, let the finish line pull you in. As I crossed the finish line, crying with tears of joy, I realized that this was more than just a race. It was the beginning of my new life. So, I want everyone to repeat after me. I believe in me.
I believe in me.
Oh, come on, guys. That was pathetic. A little bit louder. Come on. I
believe in me.
And I believe in every single one of you. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed my presentation.